Hey guys, let's get more news about Lakers, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Lakers LeBron James trolls everyone in latest book photo. Only the most ardent haters dispute the on-court greatness of NBA icon and current Los Angeles Lakers star LeBron James. His combination of skill, ability, basketball IQ, composure, and durability undeniably earn him a special place in the sport's history. There are those, however, who take issue with and mock some of his off-court decisions and habits. The classic first-page meme expresses that very sentiment. It was conceived to challenge the notion that James is an avid reader and depicts the 13-time All-NBA first-team selection purportedly studying the first page of every book he is photographed reading. The meme obviously implies that James is not actually as interested in reading as he is about conveying that image to the public. There is of course no evidence to suggest this fan-based theory is valid, which has led to it being widely dismissed and ignored. But James is proving how well aware he is of the meme's existence and the chatter surrounding it. He put on his social media troll cap on Tuesday while also promoting the major alcoholic beverage brand Hennessy. The 39-year-old posted a video on his Instagram story that shows him relaxing poolside and reading a book that bears the title First Page. He concludes the clip by giving a knowing Jim Halpert-like look into the camera, letting everyone know that he is hip to what is said and speculated about him. LeBron James has used humor to respond to his critics a number of times in the past. His rendition of Bobby Brown's My Prerogative at the 2007 ESPYs was an early instance of the four-time NBA Finals MVP winking to the audience. And he is doing so again with this apparent and perhaps unofficial Hennessy advertisement. James is presumably unfazed by the many narratives swirling around him at this point of his career. With the 2024-25 NBA season beginning in a little over a month, his attention will heavily shift to helping the Lakers contend for a championship. For now, though, he still has time for some social media shenanigans. Richard Jefferson says the Lakers are 3 All-Stars away from title contention. There are some who have faith in the Los Angeles Lakers this season, but Richard Jefferson is not one of them. Speaking in a segment on NBA Today, the former league swingman said the Lakers are still at least 3 stars away from being truly competitive in the West. We put way too much pressure on LeBron and the Lakers. You look at an incomplete team with an incomplete roster, they don't have enough dogs. The Boston Celtics, the Lakers are 3 all-star caliber players away from being on their level, said Jefferson. 3 all-star caliber players, that's how far the Lakers are away from being on the same tier as the defending champions. As part of the 2016 Cavaliers team, Jefferson knows a contender when he sees one. He played side by side with LeBron James, Kyrie Irving, and the team that came back to win the finals against the 73-9 Warriors. He saw firsthand what it took to go all the way, and he knows how difficult it is to pull off just once in the span of a single career. Richard Jefferson has nothing at stake when it comes to this year's Lakers team, but it seems he lacks the confidence to say they can keep up with the Western elites. Even with LeBron James, 39, and Anthony Davis, Jefferson doubts that the Lakers have enough to challenge NBA juggernauts like the Mavericks, Nuggets, and Minnesota Timberwolves. Last season, after finishing 7th in the West, the Lakers lost in 5 games to the Denver Nuggets in the very first round. The Lakers didn't stand a chance in the series, and their failure cost Darvin Ham his job. Besides replacing their coach, the Lakers didn't do much else to change their situation. They kept the roster mostly intact and were unable to make significant changes besides drafting a pair of rookies, Dalton Knecht and Bronny James. Unless one of them has a historic rookie season, there's no reason to expect the Lakers to be much better than they were a year ago, with a fully healthy season from James and Davis. The only path to improvement before the deadline is via trade, which the Lakers reportedly already have some names in mind. But with the talent gap so wide, the Lakers will need more than 1 or 2 guys to make a difference. Only with truly elite-level, all-star play will the Lakers dominate in the West, and right now they just don't have enough firepower to keep up with the borderline super teams that currently exist in places like Dallas, Oklahoma City, and Boston. If the Lakers want to maximize what's left of LeBron's career, they'll need to find a way to upgrade at multiple positions, especially at point guard. With limited assets to spare, GM Rob Pelinka is facing a steep challenge ahead to add talent, and it could take time before things come together. As for the season ahead, expectations are low for the team given what they have. Unless some changes are made before the playoffs, the odds of a serious run are almost non-existent, and the Lakers might just have to make their peace with this campaign being one for player development. Cap expert proposes trade to finally end Bulls' Zach LaVine saga. Zach LaVine's tenure with the Chicago Bulls has looked to be over for quite some time. The two-time All-Star has reportedly been available for trade for over a season. However, LaVine's $215 million contract has been a stumbling block for Chicago, with teams reluctant to absorb such a significant cap hit for a player who isn't a top 20 talent in the NBA. As such, LaVine is expected to start the 2024 to 2025 season with the Bulls, despite both parties being open to a split. In a recent article for Bleacher Report, cap expert Eric Pincus suggested the Los Angeles Lakers as a potential destination for LaVine, with D'Angelo Russell heading to Chicago as part of the deal. The Bulls want to get out of the $138 million owed to LaVine over the next 3 seasons. Unfortunately, injuries have diminished his value, Pincus wrote. If Chicago can trade for D'Angelo Russell from the Los Angeles Lakers, that would likely mean LaVine is off to LA. The Bulls don't really need a point guard like Russell, but his expiring contract would be welcome. Russell would be unlikely to stick in Chicago. However, his expiring contract would be ideal for a rebuilding franchise looking to create flexibility ahead of the 2025 free agent market. LaVine, on the other hand, would likely find a role with the Lakers, ideally as a third option on offense behind LeBron James and Anthony Davis. LaVine has spent the past 7 seasons with the Bulls, playing in 374 regular season games and averaging 24.2 points, 4.7 rebounds, and 4.3 assists, while shooting 47.1% from the field and 38.3% from three-point range. The Lakers may be willing to look past his lofty contract if he can sustain that type of scoring production and playmaking while operating as a third star in their rotation. After all, James still wants to win and would welcome any decisions to help facilitate his goal. Chicago may also be willing to lower its asking price for LaVine if the Lakers show a genuine interest. The franchise's inability to find a willing buyer for its star guard has likely left the front office willing to negotiate and accept a lower-than-expected return to move on from his contract and edge further toward a rebuild. Still, there's no guarantee Rob Pelinka and the Lakers front office would have an interest in bringing LaVine to Los Angeles. However, if they do see him as a potentially valuable addition, a deal would make sense for both parties involved. And you, fan? What do you think of the situation of Zach LaVine? Leave your opinion in the comments.